Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie, coming on today to share with you a really cute little girl. It's called Girl in Pink Skirt from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. I'm trying some new base ideas and I need to work on those more, but I'll show you how I'm doing this one. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. She's cut at about, so all total she's around approximately 5.5 inches, I think it is. Um, that's as close as I can give you for example. Sorry, I don't always give sizes because a piece for myself. I don't make for others, and I size everything to what works for me. So if you really need to know, I can go back and look. Just leave a comment. But I tend to put everything together in Design Space before I cut anything, excuse me. So these are the shoes. I'm putting the top or that bottom piece on the top. I prefer it that way. You can put down the bottom, completely up to you. And I am using different glue. I got a stand for it. Only because I'm having problems with my other glue bottle. And once this glue is empty, I can refill the bottle. And I like having a stand for my glue, so that's the only reason I switched it up. Okay, I'm gonna put the dress together. This is a new pattern for me. I have not made this one yet. It's not a new pattern by any means for Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. I think it's actually an older pattern. Pretty sure it is, or an older file. What I'm doing is kind of trying to get this in the middle of this outside piece centered, if that makes sense. So you only see just that little bit. Anyway, I'm almost positive this is an older file. I'm trying to work through my files, to be honest, and use what I've got for a change. Just, playing around with some pieces. So I'm going to put the belt on next. I did change up the colors, obviously. I was going to do her in yellow, and I decided, no, I'm just going to do her in pink. And again, I'm using up scraps that I have, and I'm trying to learn to use some pattern paper on things. So, like I said, these are just some papers that I had created or printed. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and put this bow on first. And I'm only putting glue on the bottom, like a fourth of it, approximately, just because it's going to go onto her blouse eventually. So I'm just going to put this in the middle. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and work on her. I'm going to put her neck on first. I cut her nose piece. I'm probably not going to use it, but I do have it cut, so, and inked. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Hello, I'm putting glue on the back. I just want to put a little bit of glue on here. A little bit of glue on her head so she doesn't wobble around. And hopefully this won't stick too much to the paper toweling. I'm going to try to put her head at just a bit of an angle. This little girl, by the time she gets done, because of the way I did her eyelashes, kind of reminds me of a little girl rolling her eyes at you with attitude. And that would be my niece, great niece, excuse me, my youngest one. So, I'm going to bring up the picture so I can see what I'm doing here. It just reminded me of her. Can I say? Okay, I'm going to put her shirt on next. If her neck sticks out on the side, it's going to get covered. It's all fine, okay? So I just want a little bit of her neck though sticking out. So I'm just going to put some glue here. Now there are a little bit of glue there. There are buttons for her shirt. For the shirt, I'm going to put. I'm going to use liquid pearls, but I'm going to wait till I'm all done because if you watch me paper piece, I'll have liquid pearls all over everywhere. So I'm not going to do that. Now I'm going to put her, arms and sleeves together next. I think this is another arm. Excuse me again. These funky little pieces are her socks. These little pieces are her arms. When I get them together, I will show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the top and just right here. Just like that. Lay that down a moment and try to do the other one fairly close. It's possible that the wider part should be at the top, but I won't be able to make it work. So I'm just putting it at the bottom. It gets covered up with their hands anyway, so I don't know that it's that big a deal. But I'm just trying to get them fairly the length fairly even. That's what I was trying to do. Now this, don't put up here. You want it to put down here further. You want up a little bit, but not too much, okay? So I'm just putting glue on the white part of her sleeve here. I do like this glue. Very nice. Never tried it. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but never tried it. So if you're interested, it's from Honeybee Stamps. As it's the little holder. I'll show you in a moment. It's just, I've got my picture in the way I can't make sure you can see it. Yeah, it's just a little stand. It works really nice. Except when it's not sitting even on my messed up table. Again, I'm just trying to get these fairly straight on there. I put the paper towel down because otherwise all you're going to see is glare, and makes it kind of difficult, I realize. Okay. Now, this, I kind of want in the middle, but I want to make sure that I get them, so I got to go up because I want to cover up the the neck part. So let's see. I'm going to do mine. Let me see if I can do them different. I had them back. I think I'm going to do them backwards because um, I should have put the neck different. So it's good. It'll work. I had it marked for right and left, but whoops. What I'm doing is making sure that you could put the arm up a little bit further and you'd be okay. But making sure I get this top part and the arm covered. So if that makes sense. And it doesn't really matter which way. Um, it looks fine either way. Quite often I have to do that. No worries. Okay. And if I had not told you, you would never know. And then this goes here, and then I'll put a couple little liquid pearls there. And that'll be good. I think I'm going to put some glue right along here a little bit. Yes, it doesn't matter on the hands because they're going to get covered. I just don't want glue on my white part. Okay, hands. I was going to say I knew I wanted something. Duh. Okay, so her hands are going to go like this. And a little bit of her sleeve is showing. So you want them, or her arm is showing. So you want them down a little bit further. Okay. Pretty much putting her together. Excuse my reach here. And then I will finish her. Oh, I'm going to put her ears on before I forget. They need to go on before her hair does so. And I will completely forget them. Pretty close. Okay, I'm going to put her legs on. And I just want to kind of dry piece these a little bit to make sure I know where I want them. Okay. In the picture, she's got a darker I call it like a watermelon color skirt or a tomato colored skirt. And bows. I changed the bows to be a little different color, so yeah, that's different, but she really is adorable. I just, when you get all her hair and everything on. Oops, she needs socks. And her socks curve up and out, so just putting glue just on the bottom of the leg there. This a little bit. Oh, sure, I got a chill. I'm just, it's a little chilly today. Not too bad, but I get cold easy. Let's try to get that straight across. I um, did a paper piece video yesterday, and of course, I didn't hit the record button. I was so mad. In fact, I just double checked because I'd be mad and then I would just quit talking, but it's good. It's going. I want to bring this down a little bit if I can. Let's see. And we're going to have a little bit of an overlap. Um, it doesn't show this in the photo, but when you're doing smaller pieces or when you're doing it a lot smaller, you often are going to have, overlaps and stuff, so not to worry about that. And by the way, this glue does dry clear, before I forget to mention that. Okay, now let's work on her hair. And this is going to be the challenging part for me. Um, so it gets covered up behind her neck. So just getting this so we can see it here. Other two pieces. And I want to get it even here. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put them together. Like that. And yeah, I'm just going to overlap them at the top and the bottom. It's going to get covered up. You won't see this overlap, okay? So we're good there. But yeah. And then just kind of looking where I want everything. Let's see. Think about like this. And okay, up a little bit. Just gonna mark it with the pencil. Now I'm not putting the rest of the pieces on until I get the face details. So I have to put the glue on for a bit. Okay, here's where I have to switch screens again. I apologize. Be just a moment. Okay. I couldn't get the eyelashes the way I wanted. So going with what I can manage. I am using the Micron 005 and it is, I don't know if I'm going to find a color. No, I don't see a color. It's this color if that helps. From the bottom. Like I said, I'm just trying something different. If you have black, I would definitely go with black. Okay, and then I'm going to use my 005 in black. I'll be erasing the lines. I'm going to let everything dry. So the lines will get much thinner. Excuse me, I can't keep my hands out of the way very well to do this, so I apologize. Okay, looks pretty wild, I know. Bear with me here. I'm going to use, this is Burnt Sienna from Pan Pastels. And I have this in my, well, maybe not. Yeah, I do. If I don't like her face, I will just take it off and redo it when I'm done. Or before I'm done. Like I said, this is just strictly a trial. Okay. I put it away. I didn't think I did. I thought I had it out, but oh, there it is. Even with glasses on, I can miss things. This is why I like working with chalk instead of um, colored pencils and such, because I can erase so much easier. Okay, now I'm going to erase these lines on here, and I'll have to go back and put the chalk on. No worries, I didn't think about that. Duh. Oh, it's pretty dumb of me. But I want to get these out of there before I put any more chalk on. So, excuse me. Okay. That may be a bit too much chalk. I'm just putting it, I probably should get a new uh, applicator. I'm just putting it on for now. I will see if I want to take any off. Again, very much trial and error. Oh yeah, if I can see I will. You could definitely do this. Excuse me for blowing on that. You could definitely do this with black chalk too. I just, like I said, you know, I saw this idea on Pinterest actually. I've got a whole board of eyes and I just wanted to try something different. So, like, oh, eraser. Okay. I'm going to try to go around the inside a little bit and see if it'll let me just put a little bit in. It gives more depth is what it does. I just don't want to use the marker because then I get way too much. Even with the very fine line marker. This little eraser is forever eluding me. I don't know how, but it does. Crazy. Okay, put this lid on. I don't know if you can see how it's coming together with the her attitude. I think it's coming through already. You'll see more in a little bit. You ever, just don't know how I can lose things and good grief. Okay. Okay, I don't like that. Let's see what we have going on here. Clean this off. I might have to use something different. We'll see. I've got some color on there, but I'm just using the straight light pink here. It's probably darker than it looks on camera, but it's not too light or too dark. And then, let's see, this is kind of, let's see what I'm looking for. A little bit of white, I think will do it. I should know just to take everything out that I think I might need, because I usually do end up needing it, but not me. No, no, I was thinking I had my other brush out here, but I don't. Let's see. Bear with me just a moment. I can use this one. I don't like using chalk this way. I usually use some white ink, but I'll make it work. Okay, I'm gonna leave that out for a bit, and don't need black on black. Sometimes my whites work and sometimes they don't. Let me get a piece of black paper and usually I'll start it. I don't know why, but it works, so. Okay, when I am done, I really would appreciate, oh no, I will be so mad if I was gonna say, I would appreciate some feedback when you see her all done, if you get to the end of this, um, to let me know what you think of her face. Like I said, I have to work on her top eyelashes. That's gonna be a work in progress, but I will. I think if the face is a little bit bigger, it will be easier for me to do those two, but, uh, well. So, her mouth is from Dancing in the Rain, I think it's called. It's the mouse that's got the umbrella. He's holding the umbrella up. You see the back of the mouse, and then there's a bunch of teardrops. I just fit it to go on here. Um, and I kind of made it a little bit skinnier, a little bit longer. I just adjusted it until it was where I liked it. So if you're wondering about that, that's what that's from. And again, I'm gonna just leave that out. Figure out if that's good. I'll put up just a little bit, but to have some idea of how I did the mouth. Any teardrop shape would work, to be honest with you. Again, I don't know where I got, but I have, yeah, a board on Pinterest with faces and eyes and a few different things. So you can put their nose on if you want. I just am not going to, so I don't want to cover her ears up completely. I'm sorry, I think she so reminds me of my little great niece Boughton off. She's quite a young lady. At Christmas, her grandmother said how spoiled she is and said, I don't help. I buy everything she wants to. And I thought, yeah, but you know, she's going to be the last grandchild. So until we have great grandchildren, or she has great grandchildren, so that's all good. She's fun though. Okay, let me put just about half, a little over. I'm going to get this other screen out of here so I can see what I'm doing. And just finish a little bit of highlighting and then she's done. Excuse me again, I'm sorry. I want to get this nose out of here before I try to do something with it. And since I didn't put my other brush out here, so we'll use this. I didn't need that to go there. All this junk in my way. If you've stuck around for all this, I appreciate it. I do. It takes me a while to do this, and some people want to see the full detailing and stuff. I'll give some ideas, so now you have it, and you know how long it takes me to do a paper piece. And like I said, this probably wouldn't have taken quite so long, but the face did take longer this time. Normally it does not take near that long. It just, but I am going to do one more thing here quick. And I don't know if I'll like it. I can erase it. Just gonna take a little bit of white out of the lid, just a tiny bit there. And put a tiny bit in her mouth. I'm leaving her eyes all black. Okay. This just tones this down a little bit too, but it kind of, I don't know if it's picking it up much, and it is in the camera. Okay, I just want a little bit in her mouth there. I was going to use the smooth side of the paper because this is textured. Well, you know, I put, what do you call it? I put little marks on the back so I know it's just front and back, and I totally messed up and put marks on the back, and sometimes it erases, but not always. So here we are. I hope I forgot one thing I gotta do. Let me get it back. I already forgot. Oh, yeah. I already forgot. Okay. So that is my finished paper piece. I'm happy with how she turned out for a trial. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, do leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day, everybody. Take care.